Okay, well, this one was a struggle. I'm not gonna lie. This one was a struggle of an episode. So, episode 17, The Huntress returns. And, yeah, let me just get straight to the info. So Helena ends up coming back to see Oliver because she wants to take care of her father. She found out that her father is going to get released and that he is going to get a whole new identity and basically start all over. Um, Also, the Lances are dealing with the possibility that Sarah might be alive and that they might think she is alive and could be on one of the many islands that were by Oliver that, she could be on there. And then Thea is starting something with Roy, and they got something going on there as well. But yeah, the the rating on this one deserves it. It is a 45%, and this is by far the worst episode. I don't I really just don't care for the Huntress. Like, if you remember me talking about it, I did not care about it anymore. Like, the story was just, I was done with it. I was sick of it. It felt like we just kept rehashing the same freaking story, and I was so sick of it. I didn't want to continue to keep going in there and dealing with it again. So when we finally got away from the Huntress, the episodes got so much better. We didn't have to deal with them anymore. Didn't have to go through the repetition anymore. And I was so thankful for that. And then after having nothing but bangers the last couple, we have hit such a wall. It's almost like we got punched in our face and got knocked out for 3 weeks. This episode was just terrible. And I ended up giving it a D minus. The only reason I didn't give it an F is because it actually had something good in it. If it has absolutely nothing in it, then I'm giving it an F. Like, there's no F plus, no F minus. It's just an F if it's terrible. So, this episode was rough. I mean, obviously, there is a pro, and I still enjoy the flashback scene. So, if there was nothing positive I could say, then I'd probably just go right into the cons, obviously. But I'd still like the flashback scenes. They are saving this episode. And I will say the relationships going on in this episode also saves it. I like the relationship between Tommy and Oliver. They got to try and sort that stuff out, trying to figure out, how they continue to keep going forward with Tommy knowing this information and him trying to be like, look, man, sorry I was a jerk. I just can't imagine what it's like for you to go through it. Oliver's telling him, like, look, it's not easy to sit there and lie to people I love and care about and not be able to tell them, but I don't want to put them in danger, So, like, I get that. Then the whole Lance thing, family situation, I kind of like that because it's taken Detective Lance away from the hood and we're not getting his hate boners anymore. He's dealing with something else. They're dealing with their thing. I kind of like that. I want to see where it goes. Obviously, it's just in the incubating states right now. It's just cooking. So I kind of am interested to see what happens in the next couple of episodes. Also, I figured out there are 23 freaking episodes, not 22. So, yeah, we still got another 6 freaking episodes we got to go through. So, we're almost there. We are almost there. This is just difficult to get through, especially after this episode. If we hit more like these, they're really going to be hard to get through. So, yeah, I like the whole relationships that are going on there. I even liked Oliver and McKenna's whole relationship thing. It kind of sucks now because I bet they're going to take her out of the show because she gets injured, gets shot by Helena, and now she's basically done, she's out of the episodes. Like, I have a feeling we're not going to see her again, and I can't remember 100% off the top of my head if she comes back. But yeah, she's moving away, so obviously those two are done. I was actually enjoying their relationship. I like Thea and Roy's relationship going on there. I like how it's slowly building. into something, it's a lot of back and forth, and I kind of like their chemistry. I like what's going on with them both. So, yeah, I'm kind of enjoying the relationships that were built here and, continuing. Um, Obviously the cons. I do not like the Huntress. I do not like it. It was fine for the whole revenge thing with your dad. Fine, cool. I don't need 3 freaking episodes of you having this. It is annoying. It's dumb. Move on. I don't care. You even ended up letting your father get away. So now we're going to probably have to go into another episode explaining what's going on with that, because are you just going to ignore that now? Now that Helena's out and, her dad is free. Like, is that going to end up paying off anywhere? Are we going to have to see another freaking episode of this? Like, I just don't care anymore. And I would rather have a good episode with a terrible villain again than have the Huntress. I'm just so sick of it. I hate her motivation. It's just annoying. You couldn't get the job done. Move the fuck on, okay? If you want to, go fucking kill your dad off screen. I don't care anymore. It's just dumb, and I'm so freaking sick of it. And then Oliver's blindness to Helena. Like, he cannot see that she is clearly a problem, and she's going to cause more problems. She ended up almost breaking Tommy's arm there because you can't fucking figure out what you're doing. Obviously went to, Felicity and got her the directions on where to go. Like, you are so freaking blind that you don't know until the last minute. And basically, Diggle's been telling you this whole time. Like, you're even telling him throughout the whole episode, like, don't say it. Do not say it. I don't need you to tell me that you told me so. Like, you should have listened to him the first freaking time. You should never have brought her into the whole organization. Give her lessons outside, She doesn't need to know your whole freaking story, because now it's biting you in the ass. Now you have these blinders on. Now you have to keep her safe so she doesn't tell the cops who you are. She just shot your freaking girlfriend, who is now moving out of your life. You basically did this to yourself. And then you let her free. So you didn't even catch her in that episode. So it's all your fault, basically. Everything that happened is 100% your fault, and I'm just sick of it. You're just being dumb, You even figured it out at the end, like, oh, man, I guess she's a killer. You should probably put her down at this point now, or do something, because you are screwing your damn self and all of those around you, because she basically knows who to target for you. So it's just so dumb. And, like, I just freaking hate it. It's so dumb. And everybody acted dumb in this episode. The cops, there is one person with a bow and arrow shooting you. How are you all this terrible at covering? If it was bullets, are you standing right there letting yourself get shot? Like, why are you not trying to hide? And why is everybody coming out one by one like the freaking Putty Patrol from the Power Rangers? We don't need to attack one by one. You have freaking guns. How are you all this terrible, and how are there this many of you? I get that she is trained. I get that she has honed her skills, but you didn't make her use any of those skills. She literally was walking the entire time. She didn't get hit. She didn't even have to dodge anything other than maybe one time, and that was because the guy was behind her and caught her off guard. And 2 seconds later, he's walking up the stairs and gets shot. That's your fault. You're an idiot. All of you cops are idiots. And I like McKinnon. I do. I like her. But her stupid decision to go in there without backup, sorry, you it's your fault. You got shot. It's 100% your fault. You were told to wait. You should have realized something bad was going to happen, and instead you tried to take something into your own hands, and look what ended up happening. So everybody being just dumb, and then nobody's talking to each other as well in this episode. Nobody's like, I get Tommy not being able to tell Laurel what's going on with him, because it's a whole Oliver situation. I get that. That's fine. I don't have problems with that. The whole Thea, not even the Thea, the whole, Tommy and Oliver not talking, like, just get it off your freaking chest, because you end up doing it at the end of the episode. I like your growth and stuff, but you guys not talking is not helping. The communication is not helping. Detective Lance not talking to his family and getting it all off your chest. If you guys got it all off your chest, we could have probably cut this episode in half and maybe added something better to another half of this story. So it could have been just the first part of Helena, and then maybe even Oliver fighting her throughout this episode, instead of helping her and trying to figure out some stupid way to put her down, like, I hated this episode. And I did think that the Deadshot episode, the first one, I thought that one was the worst, but no, this one by far is the absolute worst. And I just hated this episode so much. I don't really have many good things to say about this episode. This episode 100% took down all the flow of the other episodes that we went through. We went after hit after hit after hit. They were good episodes. Hell, the last episode got 100%. Now we're down to a 45%. Should I be more worried now? Because now we just hit a freaking grenade and blew off half our body at this point, and now we're going down. We didn't even take a step down. We fell down a flight of freaking stairs, and we're at the bottom of the freaking stairs now. I mean, Jesus, how bad of a wall did we have to hit? And now that it didn't even end in this episode, does that mean we're going to get more in the next episode? So then that episode's going to be crappy because we got to go through this whole story again. I don't want to do the Bertinelli freaking story again. I don't even care if in the next episode at the beginning they'd say Helena was able to get her dad and we were able to put her down. Like, I don't even care if they do that, because I don't care to see it anymore. I don't want to see any more Huntress. I don't want to see any more of the Bertinellis. I don't care if she comes back. If some other gang is coming in and they hire her to be an assassin, or she's running a gang, cool. That's fine. I don't need a Bertinelli family story again. This is, I think, the third or fourth episode, and I'm freaking done with it. I was done with it after the first episode. Don't need any more. I don't want any more, and if we get another one, I could probably guarantee you it's going to be another bad episode. Because I'm over this. It's just rehashing the same shit over and over and over and over. It was fine the first time. It was, I could deal with it. Don't need it anymore. Anymore at this point is we're beating a dead horse, and I don't want it anymore. So it deserves its D-. It is very freaking close to an F. And this was probably the first episode that I truly just did not enjoy. I really wanted to end this as soon as I saw it and heard what the name of this episode was called. I was already dreading it, so I'm hoping to God, because I'm not looking at what the names of the episodes are, or even what they are about, until I watch the episode. So I have no idea what I'm looking forward to in the next episode. So I'm hoping it's not that. But we'll find out. We'll see how aggravated I get in the next episode. And that's all I got. That's a wrap. Let's pray. Let's pray it gets better, because I don't want to do another one of these. This one was rough, and it was a struggle. But let's pray for another good episode. Let's hope the good times have not officially ended, and we can get closer to ending the season. We'll see what happens. Praying for a good one. But until then, you enjoy yourself. I don't know how to end this. I'm just going to stop talking right now.